like to introduce someone who was very instrumental in putting our band, the Eagles, together, and also our favorite girl singer. Would you welcome Linda Ronstadt?
Welcome to Chords of Life. Today we're diving into the origin story of one of the most iconic bands in rock history, the Eagles. From their humble beginnings to their journey leading to the release of their self-titled debut album, we'll explore how this legendary group came to be. So let's take a closer look at the early beginnings of the Eagles. Los Angeles in the early 1970s was a melting pot of musical influences. The rise of country rock blended beautifully with folk and rock sounds, creating an environment ripe for a new talent. Artists like Linda Ronstadt were pivotal in shaping this landscape, paving the way for the emergence of bands like the Eagles. Let's meet the key players who had come together to form the Eagles. First up, we have Glenn Frey, a talented musician with a passion for songwriting. He crossed paths with Don Henley, a gifted drummer and vocalist, while playing in Linda Ronstadt's backing band. Next, there's Bernie Leadon. With his background in bluegrass and country rock, Leadon contributed a unique musical flavor to the new band with his use of mandolin and banjo in addition to his guitar prowess. Finally, we have Randy Meisner, whose previous experience playing bass and providing vocals for Poco brought essential harmonies and a captivating vocal style to the mix. After their time with Linda Ronstadt, Frey and Henley decided it was time to create something of their own. They envisioned a band that blended their love for rock with the storytelling of country music. With Leadon and Meisner on board, the Eagles would officially take flight. The Eagles quickly established their signature sound, characterized by smooth harmonies and a mix of rock and country influences. They collaborated closely with Frey and Henley, taking charge of songwriting, which became the backbone of their music. In early 1972, the Eagles signed with Asylum Records, a new label founded by David Geffen. This was a pivotal moment for the band, marking the start of their professional journey. Geffen recognized their potential and believed they could reach great heights. With their record deal secured, the Eagles went into the studio to record their debut album, Eagles, released in June 1972. This album featured standout tracks like Take It Easy and Witchy Woman. Their harmonious blend of voices and distinctive sound was on full display, captivating audiences. The reception was overwhelmingly positive. Eagles quickly climbed the charts, and songs like Take It Easy became instant classics. The band's unique style resonated with fans, setting the stage for their future success. In 1973, the Eagles released their second album, Desperado. This concept album showcased a deeper dive into the themes of the Old West, exploring the lives of outlaws and rogue characters. With standout tracks like Desperado and Tequila Sunrise, the album emphasized the band's skill in storytelling through music. Although it didn't achieve immediate commercial success, it would later gain acclaim as one of their defining works. As the Eagles began to evolve, creative tensions arose within the group. Bernie Leadon, whose background in bluegrass and country rock contributed to their early sound, felt increasingly at odds with the growing desire for a more rock-oriented style. This led to the pivotal decision to bring in new influences. In 1974, the Eagles welcomed Don Felder as a new guitarist, introducing a harder rock edge to their music. The band's third album, On the Border, was released later that year. With the new production team led by Bill Shimchick, the Eagles began crafting a sound that was more aligned with mainstream rock. This album produced several hits, including Already Gone and Best of My Love. The latter became their first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100, marking a significant milestone in their career. As they toured across the United States and Europe, the Eagles' reputation grew. Their live shows were characterized by harmonious performances and the blending of rock with rich storytelling, captivating fans everywhere. In just a few short years, the Eagles went from a relatively unknown rock band to rock superstars. With lineup changes and new musical directions, they continued to craft their identity in the music world. Today we focus on a transformative period in the band's history, examining Bernie Leadon's departure, Joe Walsh's arrival, Randy Meisner's exit, and the impact of these changes on the Eagles' dynamics. Let's get started.
You joined the band after leaving in 1975. Do you ever regret leaving the band? And I thought quick and said, well, my son asked me that one time, and I said, well, listen, son, if I hadn't left the band when I did, I probably wouldn't have met your mother, and you wouldn't be here. So how do you feel about it now?
By the mid-1970s, Bernie Leadon, a foundational figure in the Eagles' early sound, began to feel at odds with the band's evolving direction. As they moved toward a more rock-oriented style, tensions arose. In late 1975, following the release of One of These Nights, Leadon decided to leave the band. Seeking to reconnect with his traditional roots, he departed amidst growing creative differences that highlighted shifts in the band's dynamics. To fill the void left by Leadon, the Eagles welcomed Joe Walsh in 1975. Known for his electrifying guitar skills and rock sensibilities, Walsh was the perfect choice to bring new energy into the band. His addition marked a new phase for the Eagles, as Walsh's rock influences expanded their sound and appeal. With Walsh on board, the Eagles began to work on what would become one of their most iconic albums, Hotel California, released in 1976. This album represented a defining moment in their career, featuring timeless tracks like Hotel California and Life in the Fast Lane. These songs showcased Walsh's distinctive guitar work, solidifying the Eagles' legendary status in rock history by combining innovative musicianship with compelling storytelling.
I was pretty messed up because I was kind of going through a divorce, and I thought, well, the reason I left, I wanted to do my own thing, and so I did, and then I realized how much I wanted to be in a group, because then it was like all upon me, like every interview, every decision.
As the band continued to enjoy their success following Hotel California, internal pressures began to mount. In 1977, Randy Meisner, known for his high harmonies and contributions to hits like Take It to the Limit, also decided to leave the band. Despite Meisner's exit, the Eagles forged ahead and released The Long Run in 1979. The album produced several hits, including Heartache Tonight and I Can't Tell You Why, showcasing their ability to adapt while retaining to their signature sound. The release of The Long Run marked another significant moment in the Eagles' story as they continued their streak of commercial success. However, despite their commercial triumphs, the pressures of fame took a toll on the band's dynamics. Joe Walsh, while being a driving force, faced personal struggles, including battles with substance abuse, which complicated matters within the group. By 1980, after years of success and a demanding schedule, the Eagles decided to go on an extended hiatus. Although Walsh didn't formally leave the band, the absence of a functioning lineup marked a significant turning point for their history. During their hiatus, each member pursued solo projects, showcasing their individual talents and musical styles. Don Henley achieved considerable success as a solo artist, releasing notable albums like I Can't Stand Still and Building the Perfect Beast, featuring hits such as Dirty Laundry and The Boys of Summer. His music, with its introspective lyrics and social commentary, resonated widely. Glenn Frey also carved out a successful solo career with memorable hits like The Heat Is On and You Belong to the City. Albums such as No Fun Allowed and The All Nighter showcased his smooth vocal style and knack for catchy melodies. Joe Walsh continued to captivate audiences with his unique guitar work and rock anthems. His solo albums, including But Seriously Folks and There Goes the Neighborhood, further solidified his reputation as a formidable rock artist. Randy Meisner also pursued solo efforts, creating hits like Hearts on Fire and collaborating with fellow musicians. Tragically, Randy passed away in July of 2023, and his contributions to the Eagles remain a significant part of their legacy. After a prolonged hiatus, the Eagles reunited in 1994, releasing the acclaimed album Hell Freezes Over. The title was a playful nod to Don Henley's remark about the band getting back together. The album featured a mix of new songs and live recordings of classic hits. The recording of Hell Freezes Over involved blending studio tracks of new songs with live performances, creating a unique listening experience. With standout tracks like Get Over It and Love Will Keep Us Alive, the album re-established the Eagles' presence and introduced a new generation to their music. The recording process was both exciting and challenging. The Eagles worked collaboratively to create a sound that honored their roots while embracing their evolution as artists. Despite past tensions resurfacing, they ultimately found a way to create music together again, showcasing their enduring chemistry. As we wrap up this series on the Eagles, we celebrate not only their remarkable journey through the years, but also the enduring legacy of their music. While Randy and Glenn have left this world, their contributions will always be cherished and remembered as part of their history. Thank you for joining us on this legendary ride. Thanks for watching. This has been Another Moment in Rock.